Welcome everyone to this webinar, and it's my pleasure to introduce our expert today who just spoke, Indu. She is the CEO and co-founder of Staffing Expert, and she brings nearly a decade of experience in the IT BPM and outsourcing solutions to the table. Her accomplishments include being named one of the top 10 Indian business leaders in the Philippines and vice president of the Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce, Public Relations and Communications in the Philippines. Indu's insights extend beyond business operations. She is also dedicated to social causes. Her co founded initiative, Tech to Transform, is a testament to her commitment to empowering women entrepreneurs across the globe. Given the topic of our webinar, there is no one better suited to guide us through the complexities of strategic outsourcing and how to build successful global partnerships. But before we begin, let's quickly go over some housekeeping rules. All mics are set to mute since we are in the webinar mode. You can use the Q&A box on the right if you have any questions or want to share your thoughts. We are eager to address as many questions as possible during the Q&A segment at the end. And let's go over the agenda of the webinar. We'll be discussing strategic outsourcing 101, best practices for cost effective, highly outsourcing solutions, global partnership mechanics, understanding international legalities, cultural differences, and market dynamics, sustainability through outsourcing, long term strategies to balance quality and cost efficiency, risk mitigation, identifying and managing common pitfalls in outsourcing and global collaborations. So, are you ready to learn? Let's get started. Welcome, Indu. It's our pleasure to have you here today. The stage is all yours.
Thank you. Thank you once again. So, warm welcome to all our viewers today. My name is Indu Badlani, CEO of Staffing Expert. Thank you, Vishanjali, for that introduction. And thank you to Time Doctor for inviting me today to share insights on capitalizing strategic outsourcing and global partnership for a sustainable business growth. With over a decade, my personal over a decade of experience in the outsourcing industry, it's been great to see how companies have been able to capitalize on outsourcing as a source of their overall growth for their internal operations and customer experience. Today's webinar, as Vishanjali mentioned, will be broken down to understand global partnership mechanics, sustaining the strategy, and the risks associated with it. So, what is strategic outsourcing? Strategic outsourcing is a business practice in which, strategic outsourcing is a business practice in which a company partners with an external service provider, often located in a different geographic region, such as the Philippines, to achieve specific long term goals and gain a competitive advantage. Now, unlike traditional outsourcing, which primarily focuses on cost reduction, strategic outsourcing goes beyond cost savings. It involves a comprehensive approach to align the outsourcing initiative with the company's core objective and long term vision. So, what are the key differentiators? Obviously, long term focus, as I mentioned. Strategic outsourcing considers the long term value, the sustainability, and the alignment with the business objectives. Um, Alignment is essential, and it's core that the business functions are aligned in what is actually expected for our goals and what it is that we want to achieve in our activities. And of course, strategic outsourcing involves a more collaborative and integrated partnership between the client and the service provider with a focus on achieving the mutual goals. Now, what are the advantages? Based on what we've identified, the key advantages that stand out are enhanced quality. By focusing on value addition and not just cost reduction, strategic outsourcing often leads to higher quality results, which we'll probably dig in deeper now during the presentation. Another advantage is companies can tap into expertise and skill sets of the outsourcing provider, which can be particularly valuable for startups who have limited resources that access to specialized skill talent. Scalability, allowing businesses to easily scale operations up or down in response to market demands, making it sustainable for startups experience rapid growth. Cost efficiency, as we mentioned, although it's not a primary focus, the cost savings are still achieved through process improvements and economics of scales. Now, to put all of this into perspective, I just want to go through a quick case study. So let's take this. Let's take this case study. So imagine a tech startup based in the United States called Tech. Let's call them Tech. They have a groundbreaking software product, but has limited resources for development, testing, customer support, as we all know. So, to accelerate their product development, they decide to strategically outsource to staffing expert with us here in the Philippines. So, what are the objectives? Tech's primary goal is to develop and launch their software quickly so that they can choose to outsource the software development and quality assurance process. So they select a reputable outsourcing partner and they establish clear communication channels and work collaboratively to ensure that the product aligns with their vision. As a result, Tech is able to successfully launch its software with the set time frame they would have wished for. Staffing expert, their strategic outsourcing partner, ourselves, allows them to leverage this expertise in the Philippines, resulting into high quality product and also save costs compared to hiring and managing in-house for them in the US. Long-term benefits, Tech's partnership in the Philippines expands beyond the initial project. They've explored other skill sets and other areas in their businesses that they would like us to support them with. And the outsourcing service provider continues to improve and contributes to the long term success of this startup. So, this case study demonstrates how basic strategic outsourcing can help a startup like Tech achieve their objectives while maintaining long term perspective, focusing on quality, and realizing the cost efficiency benefits. Now, global partnership mechanics. So, um, when building global partnerships, there are several things to consider that ties into the overall success of collaboration, ensuring successful and sustainable outsourcing. So a lot of the aspects are fall under the first key aspect is legal considerations. So what are the things that we need to look into when it comes to legal consideration? Contracts and agreements, of course. So when engaging with an international outsourcing, it's critical to ensure that contracts are comprehensive, service level agreements or SLAs are clearly defined, roles, responsibilities, timelines. These contracts should also address issues such as intellectual property rights, data security, and other resolution mechanics at the very least. Data protection and compliance, complying with data protection laws and regulation both in their home country and the country that they outsource to, for instance, the Philippines. These are essential. Data security and privacy are paramount, and non-compliance can lead to legal consequences. And clarifying of ownership of intellectual property created during the outsourcing relationship to ensure that the rights of any software content or innovations are properly defined in the contractual agreements. Another aspect is cultural differences. Now, I bring this up because communication styles are different. Understanding and adapting to styles of your outsourcing partner, for instance, in the Philippines, where we are, it's important to understand how the Filipinos often address sort of different communication styles. For instance, Filipinos are often indirect, polite languages. It's important to keep that open communication and feedback. Time management perception vary across different cultures, as we know. Ensuring expectations regarding deadlines and time management are clearly communicated and aligned. And of course, hierarchy and respect. The Filipino culture, for instance, places high value on respect. Understanding, respecting these cultural norms can enhance the working relationship. And of course, market dynamics in the Philippines. Um, Yeah, sorry about that. So next slide. Understanding the market dynamics in the Philippines. Should you choose to outsource? Why the Philippines, for instance? Environment. The Philippines has a growing business process outsourcing industry, as we know, and it's considered one of the top outsourcing destinations in the world. The business environment is competitive and supportive of outsourcing activities. The Philippines is known as one of the top outsourcing destinations in the globe due to the overall proficiency of its workforce, cultural compatibility in Western countries, and overall affordability. The labor market. The Philippines has the largest pool of skilled professionals, particularly in areas like customer service, IT, back office operations, to name a few. Labors are cost competitive, making it an attractive outsourcing destination for small to medium sized companies. It currently has a workforce in the outsourcing industry of 1.7 million employees thus far. Economic factors. The country's economic stability and government incentives, such as tax benefits for BPO, contribute to the attractiveness of the Philippines as an outsourcing hub for, for quite a few decades already. English proficiency. English is widely spoken in the Philippines, making it a preferred destination for English language and customer support for other service provider. Myself, born and raised in the Philippines, have that English proficiency from the early learning stages. Understanding the legal, cultural, and marketing dynamics in the Philippines is essential for establishing a sustainable outsourcing partnership. By navigating these factors effectively, you can build a strong, long term relationship with your outsourcing partner in the Philippines and optimize the benefits of outsourcing. Now, of course, maintaining and sustaining this, right? So, long term strategic balance and cost efficiency is one of the key factors. Your strategic partner, a partner that is aligned with your business objective and core values, of course. A suggestion would be to look into providers with a track record of quality service and commitment to the continuous improvement. Clear communications, as I mentioned, and expectation. Maintaining that open transparency is essential. Clearly defining standards, project goals, and performance metrics, of course. And regular review and adjustments should take place. Process optimization, continuous evaluation, improving processes used in outsourcing relationship. For instance, identifying bottlenecks, inefficiencies, areas of improvements. Implement best practices in automation where applicable. AI these days are geared to support and aid growth and accuracy. Talent development and retention. Invest in developing and retaining the talent in the Philippines. How? Provide training, opportunities, career growth paths. Engage the skilled team more and more and deliver once you do this, they deliver high quality results. Platforms of engagement exists, and engagement is a great way to build company culture. Quality insurance, establishing assurance measures and monitoring system to track performances of outsourced function. Regular review and output provide great feedback for ways in which things could improve. Time Doctor, for instance, is an example of a tool that we use to monitor and provide feedback to our client. Now, recently, we hear a lot about hiring talent, the challenges that come with it. And so, how do we avoid such situations? It's important to do a lot of skills development and training. So, assessment, conduct skill assessment to identify gaps in capabilities of your outsourcing team, determine what skills are needed for your business, and create a plan to bridge any gaps. Tailor training programs. Develop training programs that are tailored to specific needs of your teams in the Philippines. These programs can include technical skills, soft skills, industry specific knowledge are some. Cross cultural training, recognizing the importance of cross cultural training, as I mentioned earlier, understand the cultural differences of your outsourcing partner's destination. And this helps in sort of a long term adaptation, and development as your relationship grows. This is sometimes neglected or not made a priority. Continuous learning and upskill, encourage and continuous learning upskilling among your outsourcing employees. Invest in courses, certifications, and other resources that can help them stay competitive in their field. And of course, career growth opportunities. Offer career growth opportunities within the org. When employees see career path of growth and development, they're most likely to stay committed and work harder to achieve those targets. So, overall, investing in skills and training not only improves quality of work, but also enhances job satisfaction and employee retention, which is being discussed over and over currently over the last couple of years. It helps your outsourcing partner in the Philippines become more effective, and it values the assets of your business. But finding the right balance between quality and cost efficiency, your outsourcing partner can be sustainable and contribute to your long term growth and success. Now, as we obviously venture into outsourcing, into building this strategic partnership, we know that every venture comes with a risk. But let's identify and manage these common pitfalls. So, what are these common pitfalls? It starts off with communication challenges. Communication and language barriers can lead to misunderstandings and project delay, as we know. Differences in time zone, work cultures are some of the issues that come into play in communications. Data security risks. We talk about data security a lot recently. Data breaches, and security vulnerabilities can pose significant threats in your business. It's essential to ensure that proper security measures are in place as early as day one. Now, lack of clarity in contracts, like I mentioned earlier, incomplete, vague contracts obviously can lead to disputes, misunderstanding, unclear expectation, and of course, uh, achieving those responsibilities can failure of reaching those responsibilities can lead to, a lot of project failures as a whole. Quality control issues. Maintaining consistent quality in the outsourcing workplace can be challenged. So, inadequate quality control measures can lead to other unexpected or unwanted results. Now, aside from that, there's also risk mitigations that we need to consider. And what are some of these? Again, effective communication, using right project management tools to establish regular checks, to address issues promptly. Um, is a great tool. For instance, using tools like Time Doctor. Data security protocols, implementing robot data security measures, including access controls, regular audits, ensuring compliance and relevant data protection laws are in place, as mentioned. And the contracts, detailed contracts, the comprehensive contracts, SLAs, um, just clearly outline expectation, deadline, quality standards, and the disputes resolution procedures that may occur. Quality assurance. So it's not just about output, but also quality. Establishing, uh, the regular reviews, work, and provide feedback for improvement is part of the quality assurance measures. And diversify with vendors. Sometimes it's important to consider, what are the other tools needed out there. Reassess the tools that are being in place. This strategy can help you mitigate a lot of the risks, or serve as sort of measures to avoid such, uh, I guess, disputes. Now, I just want to dive into a case study once again. With all this information that we've kind of gone over just now. So let's imagine a scenario where a small e-commerce company based in the United States Let's call them eStore. So eStore outsourced customer support and order processing to a service provider in the Philippines. Now they're faced with common pitfalls, but successfully mitigated the risk. So, communication challenges. eStore now establishes a daily meeting schedule to bridge the time zone gap. They also provide communication training for their Philippine based team. Data security risks. The company invested in data security protocols and conducted regular security audits to ensure protection. Compliance with JDPR and other data protection laws was a priority. Lack of clarity in contracts. The company worked with a legal expert to create detailed contracts and SLAs to ensure the expectation and dispute resolution mechanisms were in place. Quality control issues. eStore implemented a robust quality assurance program, including regular quality check and feedback sessions with their outsourcing partner. So, this case study demonstrates how eStore identified common pitfalls, implemented the risk mitigation strategy, and successfully then managed the outsourcing relationship in the Philippines, resulting into sustained, uninterrupted service delivery to its customers. By proactively addressing potential risk, they ensure that the long term success of their outsourcing partnership, which is what we're all aiming for with strategic outsourcing. So that's just um, in summarizing the key takeaways for a sustainable business growth through strategic outsourcing and global partnership. Strategic outsourcing is a great way and a great strategy to keep in mind. Um, when you have the mechanics in place, the strategy in place, and the risk mitigation, strategic outsourcing may be great and very resourceful for your overall business growth and develop. So to embark to embark um, to embark on your journey for successful outsourcing with the Philippines as your destination, consider partnering with a staffing expert from our group here. It's a great way to start and build a sustainable, growth oriented global collaboration and will help you sustain the growth and of your business. So my name is Indu Badlani. We support businesses across various industries um, in North America, Europe, and Australia with personalized 24/7 support, efficient onboarding, and management of your employees for long term sustainability. Yeah, so that's all I have for you folks today. I wanted to head on back to Time Doctor if there's anything else from your end. I believe we can open the floor to a few questions for those who would like to. I believe there's a chat box. Should you have any more questions? However, if not, you can contact me directly, to just sort of get some insights and get feedback on whether you're considering strategic outsourcing to the Philippines or, if you would like to establish a relationship and see how to further grow your business. What we do is not just, manage, but we also can provide some consultation support and actually help you build your long-term goals.
Thank you, Indu. That was really insightful. Thank you, everyone, for the participation in this webinar. And for any lingering questions, you can reach out to Indu at staffingexpert.com or connect via LinkedIn with her. Her profile link has been shared in the chat for your convenience. And we'll be sending a follow up email with the webinar recording and additional resources. Best wishes for your outsourcing efforts, and we look forward to welcoming you to our upcoming events. Thank you again. Thank you, Indu.
Thank you
Take
again,
care.
Time Doctor and Vishanjali. Appreciate your time and your partnership.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Take care.